Well, it's a big breakthrough for the Punjab Police. Amritpal Singh has been arrested from Moga. Visuals have been accessed of his arrest. He can be seen here in white clothes and an orange turban. Visuals also surfacing of Amritpal Singh from the Rodewal Gurudwara in Punjab, where he was arrested. And these are the visuals coming in, where he was taken from Moga to Bhatinda by road, after which from Bhatinda he is being flown to Dibrugarh in Assam. 9 of his close aides are already in the jail. Their security has been heightened as Amritpal is all set to arrive there. Major General GD Bakshi joining us on the phone line. He has also served in Punjab. Thank you for joining us. Major General, this is a big development. After 36 days, Amritpal Singh finally being arrested. Your first reaction?
Well, I would await more details. I'm given to understand that he has surrendered and not really been arrested. So if there is some indication, I would like to know that first. It's whatever it is, whether he is surrendered or whether he has been arrested, it's a good development. It's a relief to know that this the criminal is finally been nabbed. He was parachuted by Pakistan into India from Dubai, a truck driver, totally shaven off, absolutely irreligious. He comes here and transforms overnight into a saint who's trying to save Punjab from drug, if you please. Who sent in the drug? The Pakistani ISI flooded Punjab with drug and destroyed one generation of our best youth that used to be such sportsmen, such athletes, and the bulk of our recruitment cohort. And suddenly we find that that area was destroyed because they knew that if they just relied purely on Khalistan ideology, they would hardly get any traction. So they wanted to get control zombies, so they flooded Punjab with drugs in phase 1. In phase 2, they began to fly in via using Chinese drones, hexacopters and quadcopters, to drop weapons and grenades and prefabricated IEDs across the fence. And in phase 3, they parachuted this gentleman to become Bhindra Wale 2.0. It was a bit of a shenanigan, the attempt to arrest him. You know, the Punjab Police has a formidable reputation, especially what they had earned in the 1980s under leaders like Julio Rivero and KPS Gill. But this time I'm afraid they goofed it up a bit, his arrest. There seems to have been some intelligence leak, and he kept on giving them a merry chase, going round and round the mulberry bush kind of a thing. We were sometimes told he's crossing into Nepal, that he's already crossed into Pakistan, that he's heading towards Haryana, etc., etc. And now it turns out that he is either surrendered or been arrested. I would be grateful if that latest input could be given before I can seriously comment on this issue. But it is a relief that he's been arrested. And the good point is that in this running around like a rabbit, he has destroyed his reputation. The
Absolutely.
Punjabis, the Khalsas, are a martial people. They don't like people who run like rabbits. That is precisely what he did. He's made quite a spectacle of himself, changing disguises, sometimes throwing off his turban, sometimes cutting off his hair. I don't know what. I haven't been able to see his latest photograph, but post-arrest. But this is certainly a relief.
Absolutely. In fact, from a clean-shaven transporter that he was in Dubai to being a religious preacher, his transformation was completely rapid. And, like you mentioned, there has been militancy in Punjab before in the 90s, and that was something that Amritpal Singh was trying to revive, trying to drum up support. In fact, the police officials had also revealed that he was trying to bring in his own militia and was trying to train youth into it.
Certainly, this man's very specific instructions from the ISI. seemed to be that as part of the K2 project of the ISI, the K2 project is Pakistan's ISI's plan to revive terrorism in Kashmir and so-called Khalistan, and try and revive the Khalistan problem in India, and somehow harass and hound India. Pakistan is a state that is on the verge of economic meltdown, internal civil war, total chaos and confusion. They can't feed their population, but they are still hell-bent. Their sole preoccupation seems to be Kashmir and Khalistan. You see, I think it's about time that India retaliated. We abrogated that stupid ceasefire that we gave them. I don't know in which burst of generosity, which helped them to install the Taliban in Afghanistan. And thereafter, they have been trying to revive terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. They are trying to revive it south of the Pir Panjal. They just carried out that ambush in which 5 of our brave hearts were killed, were martyred. And now they had this nefarious plot to project this fellow into Bhindra Wale 2.0. That is exactly, he was trying to mimic the style, the image, the kind of cult figure, try and sort of metamorphose into that. He cocked a snook at India's state power by the tamasha that he did, of almost assaulting a police station under putting the holy scriptures in front. That was by itself a bad enough thing to do, a misuse, a total sacrilege of the Guru Granth Sahib. And but he got away with the first one, and then he was getting too big for his shoes. Then the Punjab state government, under prodding from the center, did decide to act in a major way. They caught everybody they claimed of his cohorts, his followers, but less Amritpal Singh, who's been giving us this merry-go-round the bush for the last 36 days. The only good thing that developed from this perishable episode was that he has destroyed his image that he was carefully trying to construct of Bhindra Wale 2.0, because he proved to be totally yellow-livered chicken. The way he fled from place to place, altering disguises, etc. I don't think he can be Bhindra Wale 2.0 ever again, because he has destroyed his reputation. And let me tell you, I was in Amritsar 2 days after the manhunt was launched. And I found things in Punjab very quiet. I mean, the people are not interested or involved, because Khalistan is a dead project. The people of Punjab are not stark, raving mad. They know what is happening to Pakistan, and nobody in his right senses would like to be part of a state or cooperate with a state that can't feed its own people, that is on the verge of collapse. I mean, the people of Punjab are prosperous? I mean, they have plenty to eat. Are they mad that they would like to join a crazy project, K2 project like this? It was only because they were getting flooded with drugs. And when you have an area flooded with drugs, then you get control zombies. You get control zombies. Those who are willing to do anything for a shot. And like I said, they have destroyed in the bargain one entire generation of Punjabi youth. It's so sad, it's so tragic. You go outside any village in Punjab and you will find the village pond full of these injections and, drug usage implements. They have ruined a generation.
Yes, but the truth is, Major General, like you mentioned, There's a big change from what it was in the 90s to now, because Amritpal Singh was trying to drum up this kind of a support, but we saw no support on ground whatsoever. Yes, there was a Ajnala incident, there was violence that took place, but that was only because of his close associates, a few of them with Amritpal Singh, who unleashed this kind of violence. But as the police officials were on the lookout for him, there was no support on ground, no protest, from Punjab, across Punjab. We did not see any support for Amritpal Singh. So this was, like you mentioned, a larger conspiracy of somebody who was brought in from outside, dropped into Punjab to drum up this kind of support, revive the separatist movement, but it just could not happen on ground.
Yes, it hasn't taken off because it is not indigenous. It is totally a foreign transplant. It is totally a tamasha of the ISI, and may I be very blunt and straightforward, also of some Western intelligence agencies who seem to be encouraging, whether under ISI prodding, ISI financing, this project amongst the Sikh diaspora in Canada, in the UK, in Australia, and also to some extent in the United States. This is a foreign phenomena. It is entirely concocted outside the borders of this country, and they are trying to now inject it into Punjab proper. It's not taking root. Let me tell you, I was there in Amritsar when this manhunt started, and I found Punjab absolutely calm and quiet. Yes, there was police presence all over, but that was it. It didn't interest or enthuse the villagers of Punjab. Let me tell you, the people of Punjab have a very earthy common sense, and they have suffered heavily in the period of the 1980s. I was there immediately in the wake of Operation Blue Star. We had to conduct anti-terrorist operations there, and I was commanding a Sikh company. Let me tell you, I never got greater support from any ethnic grouping that I have commanded in my 37 years as an army officer than from those Sikh boys, who understood what exactly the game was. They understood that it was it was Pakistan that was trying to destabilize our border province, and in the bargain, people suffered. You know, it started with Bhindra Wale trying to cultivate a very Robin Hood image, and trying to ensure that no marriage had more than 5 guests, etc., etc. So, I mean, small little things to try and gain local popularity and traction. And he did gain that. And that was unfortunately because the politicians of that era are to blame, were to blame, because they tried to, play political games and shenanigans, try to destroy the Akalis by raising alternative saint, Sikh saint, manufactured saint, and that manufactured saint turned out to be a Frankenstein and caused the state so much problem. It was the most dangerous terrorist movement.
Yes.
But in the end, who solved that problem? The Sikhs of the Punjab themselves, under KPS Gill.
Absolutely.
I mean, they fought and they destroyed this terrorist movement. And look at the chutzpah of Pakistan trying to revive it.
Yes, but the way it was dismantled, even now it does not get any ground support. Major General GD Bakshi, who has served in Punjab in the 90s, request you to stay on with us, Major General. We're also going to talk about how there has been a change from the 90s up until now, and of course requesting Pradeep and Bhavtosh also to remain with us as we discuss how the operation finally unfolded. Remember, over the last 1 month, Amritpal Singh has been on the run. We're slipping into a short break here. We'll be right back with these details. Do stay with us.